Japanese soldiers were famously fanatical during World War II. Time and time again, they would choose death over surrender, and a number of them fought for decades after the war had already ended. The reasons for this are many, but one of the primary factors was their brutal training regimen. Training began for the Japanese in the schools. Military personnel were brought in to prepare boys for service. By the Taisho era, which was between 1912 and 1926, about 50% of gym teachers were soldiers. Officers were assigned to secondary and tertiary schools to teach military drills. By 1945, this included preparing children to resist an American invasion of the homelands. Conscription lasted for 2 years, with about a year being dedicated to their brutal training regimen, although as the war dragged on, the period of training was shortened until it lasted no more than 3 months. Discipline was vicious. Officers and NCOs had every right to strike and even beat soldiers for minor infractions. Basic training was overseen by the Inspectorate General. From January to May, conscripts were trained in squad tactics, the use of bayonets, target practice, and bivouacking. After squad training, they would use June and July to train in platoon and company maneuvers, along with digging fortifications. Soldiers would march around 20 miles each day between training sites. August would be used for battalion exercises. They'd dig more fortifications, practice their marksmanship some more, and go through more bayonet training along with learning to swim. Marches were increased to 25 miles each day in September. October and November would be used for regimental maneuvers. Large-scale autumn maneuvers were conducted during these months. As part of their peacetime training, twice a week, they would be drummed out of their barracks in the dark of night, even during the harshest winters, for night maneuvers. Japanese endurance during the war was in part due to the winter Taiken Kogen and summer Tainetsu Kogen, literally meaning cold endurance marches and heat endurance marches, respectively. As such, when the war began, not only were the Japanese ready for a wide array of circumstances, their physical abilities and dedication to prosecuting the war, even against gratuitously long odds, shocked their British and American opposition. Beyond their physical training, a key factor of Japanese pre-war preparation was spiritual. The governing motto of the Imperial Japanese Army was faith equaled strength. The belief was that by drawing on the cultural values of Japan to create hyper-effective soldiers, they'd be more easily able to overcome the technical deficiencies Japan would face when being confronted by better-equipped European and American armies. These beliefs were backed up by a long tradition of emperor worship, and rather than viewing their men as soldiers, they saw them as a sort of modern reincarnations of ancient Japanese samurai. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. Have a nice day.